Well, what I see is I'm down here with the pole man who's just about to start his first interview, straight out of the car, straight into talking to Speed TV here. But I just want to hang on, and we got his feelings earlier when he's standing in his civvies. But let's just see if he's got his game face on. So we're just going to hang. I might just drop the microphone in here a second.
Very tough on the factory to get the high performance, but here we are. We did our best, and we need still to keep continuing like that.
We know the car's going great in race trim. It's very, very easy on its tyres. Temperature's a little bit lower this race than we've seen in races before. You've got to be feeling fairly confident going into this.
Yeah, I think we have a pretty good car on race. I hope so. So looking forward for this race. I think it's not going to be easy anyway. It's going to be a tough race because the gap are quite close, but we are looking forward.
Best luck, fella.
Pastor, just a quick one. How are your starts, and have you had to do any extra simulation for this? You've got the advantage of the clean side of the track.
Yeah, the track is cleaner in this side, so we'll see. We need to set the clutch and everything, and we'll see. Hopefully, we will be the first in the first corner.
Heart rate is okay? Nerves coming in?
It's okay at the moment.
Okay, great stuff. Well, he does seem pretty calm, doesn't he? There's a lot of pressure on these drivers. First pole position, and all he probably wants to do is go and find a quiet place to hang out. But anyway, let's go and take a wee wander here. I wanted to see if we could get a word with one of the Lotus drivers, because they actually have the fastest race pace of any of the cars out there on the Friday simulation. So let me just see. We've got Roman just coming to the grid. It might take a little moment before he gets out and gets himself comfortable. Here's his teammate Kimi. He's a man of few words, and he's just being pushed in as well. So, right, I think we're just going to hang here a second if we can. We can get... we've got Matt just getting the camera shots here of Roman. I used to not mind being interviewed on the grid when I was a driver, but you've got to just look in the eyes of these guys and try and judge whether they're up for it or not. And I'm just standing. I'm going to try and get myself in the eye line of Roman. He's obviously still got his helmet on there. He's being pointed a direction. Going to try and get myself in pole position here. Roman, I know you just stepped from the car, but just a quick word. You know what? This is what I love about this guy. Look at this smile.
Well, what else do you want to do? We are starting P3 today. Car seems to be working very well here. So let's see what we can achieve.
Talking to the McLaren engineers, they think that they're nip and tuck in terms of their race pace and your race pace. So you've got to be able to sense victory's possible today.
I think everything is possible. If you start the race not thinking to the win, then it's not good. So for sure we're thinking to it, but we know as well that we need points. So let's see what we can get from the car, but hopefully a good result.
Clean side of the grid?
Quite exciting, a little bit more stress than usually, but nothing major.
Well, we wish you luck. He's pretty chilled, isn't he? This guy is remarkable. What is in his 13th Grand Prix? I don't think we're going to see Kimi, who's probably, I'm not, if anyone remembers a few years ago, when you interview him at the wrong time, we find out that he's gone for a special toilet break. How are you? Right. It's all a bit quiet down here. We've got the Sauber guys, of course. We spoke to Sergio earlier today. He seems pretty happy with his qualifying. And then we get to the first of our Red Bulls, and it's very unusual to see a Red Bull so far down the grid. And Seb has disappeared for this moment in time. We've got a Mercedes being pushed in here. Look at that. Yep, as if anyone would need one to get out of the way with Nico Rosberg. Quite difficult to maneuver these cars when they're not under power. Not a lot of steering luck. So let's just go and get the next driver who looks like he might be open to a chat. Can we quick chat? How are you feeling?
It's great. I mean, car was yesterday very performed well. Myself, I couldn't drive in the Q3, but actually I think my performance was like P3 or something like that, which is good. I was always fighting like with Maldonado from practice, so definitely we are really positive for today.
So what can you expect realistically? Can you get to the podium?
Well, I mean, in the traffic, I'm very difficult management tire, but if we are clean, I think definitely we have a good pace, and we had less degradation than other. So try to be consistent with tire and try to manage the tire and try to get like position 5. That's great result for us.
I'm looking forward to seeing you at the start. You're on the clean side, so I expect some action into turn 1.
Well, I mean, turn 1 is very difficult. I mean, all top guys, especially in this middle position with top team, it's something very special. I don't know what they do other, but I hope not everybody taking risk and yeah, try to catch up in front.
Wish you luck. Right, let's just take a wee wander. As I say, it's unusual to find the Red Bulls so far out of position. Mark Webber was a little bit frustrated with the call not to run at the second part of qualifying. And we're hearing that Mark is off the grid. One man who is on the grid is Christian Horner. Christian, quick word. Mark has just disappeared off the grid. He was a bit disappointed with the call yesterday not to run. Better mood today, fully focused?
I think having looked at where he is with his tyres, his mood improved dramatically. But, you know, grid position here, as you know, is important. But as we can see in modern Formula One, tyre usage is equally critical. So hopefully we can have a good run today.
The others are pegging you at about 3 or 4 tenths off their pace in terms of McLaren and the Lotus team. Is that something you can overcome? You can't change anything from qualifying, obviously, other than wing setting.
How do they know?
Their predictions, I presume. But so that means that you think you're on their pace and maybe surpassing it.
To be honest, we have no idea. We think we're all right, but we can see this year. I mean, it's 10 degrees cooler, it's less wind. How's that going to affect things? I think, you know, we ran pretty well on Friday. The drivers are pretty happy with the car. Hopefully, if we can make the right strategic calls, we can make a bit of progress.
Yeah, well, as you say, less wind, which is always a good thing, so good luck. Right, take a little wander. We've got Jenson Button's car here. I think he might have gone off for a small toilet break. I don't see him. Let's just take a further wander back. If I don't see any other pedallers, then I think I might hand back to Jake. Have I got Matt there? Sorry. Am I walking too fast for you? Okay. As you saw in the build-up, I'm kind of quite quick out the blocks, that is. Right. Nico, is Nico around? He's gone for a... Okay. I think I moved the microphone before he spoke there. I think he's gone off the toilet as well. Okay, right, Jake, I think I'm going to hand back to you. All seems fairly calm out here on the grid, so back to you.
Awesome, thank you very much, David. I thought what was interesting there, Reddy, is that David had to walk past quite a few cars before he got to the likes of the Red Bulls and the Mercedes and the McLarens. None of those 3 teams in the top 5 for this race.
I mean, this is topsy-turvy. This is one of the most remarkable qualifyings yesterday. And, of course, it was added to by the demise from the pole position of Lewis. I mean, it's anything could happen in this race. You know, we often sit back and say, well, you know, it's a fair chance that he's going to win and he's going to win. I don't think anyone has a clue what's going to happen here. And certainly we don't, or I don't have a clue what's going to... And that's what's great about the season this year.
All right, David, well done. Apart from the odd mic technique issue, I thought that was a sterling effort.
Yeah, I was paddling at the wrong time there, wasn't I? But, yeah, oh, actually, there's someone we could maybe go and get a word with. Paul Di Resta sitting there on the side of... Shall I take a wee
Would you
wander
like to
down
go
there?
and get him? Yeah,
Excuse
take
me,
it in with you and we'll all go.
I'll take Matt with me, shall
Go
I?
on then, off you go.
So, it's unusual to see a racing driver sitting here on the pit wall. Jerry Convey, his fitness trainer there. Paul, what are you doing here?
Just talking to the engineer. I think it was better to come back here, stay out of the way of it all. We seem relatively happy going to the grid, so hopefully it'll be the same at the race start.
Now, another strong qualifying for you. Upgrades from the development tests in Mugello, have they really started to come through, or is there more to come?
Upgrades are positive. We're racing them, but they've clearly not been enough because some of our recent competitors, like Williams, who we beat in the last Grand Prix, are on pole. So we've got a lot of work to do, but I don't think we've maximised what we've got. I think they'll take some analysing after this weekend and just getting on top of everything ahead of Monaco. But we're in a reasonable position. I think hopefully our long runs will show from Bahrain, and tyre deg might play in a bit here. Expectations? I always say that any points here I think would be a big benefit to us, and whether that's, you know, 9th or 6th like we did in Bahrain, we'll grab them with both hands.
Well, we wish you luck with that. It's been rumoured that Paul is on the Ferrari wish list for the future. I guess he's in competition with Sergio Perez, as I just speed up slightly and then miraculously join the boys again.
You haven't lost your speed, but you've got a bit more walking to do, because I think you better head to the commentary box, because David is going to head up there. Eddie and I have got plenty more build-up to come, but take a quick look at how you can enjoy all of the action this weekend with us here on the BBC.